All right, let's jump straight in. If you have ever caught yourself hesitating right in the middle of a sentence, kind of racking your brain over which future tense to use, well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down the precise real-world differences between the three main future forms in English. The goal here is simple. We want to help you confidently match your grammar to your exact level of certainty, especially when you're communicating in a professional setting.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Planning the future. 2. Using will for decisions and offers. 3. Going to for prior intentions. 4. Using the present continuous for 100% confirmed plans. 5. An error clinic to fix some common mistakes. And 6. A quick mental flowchart you can use every day.
Section 1. Planning the future and setting the scene at the office. Let's ground this in a situation we literally all face. Imagine a group of coworkers hanging out in the break room. They're trying to figure out their upcoming work week, but they're also daydreaming and planning out their summer vacations. When you're chatting like this, how exactly do you express different levels of certainty? I mean, how do you grammatically separate a totally wild guess about a beach trip from a rock-solid, absolutely mandatory meeting with your boss? Just listen to how a natural, everyday conversation seamlessly weaves these three forms together. A coworker might say, "I'll probably go to the beach. Wait, I'm going to ask my boss for the days off first because I am having a performance review tomorrow at 10 a.m. Notice that? In just 2 short sentences, we move from a loose prediction to a clear intention to a completely locked-in, terrifying calendar event. Let's unpack exactly how and why this happens. Section 2. Will for decisions and offers. The spontaneous future. Whenever you make a totally sudden choice, or maybe you offer to help a colleague right there on the spot, will is your go-to tool. Imagine you see your coworker suddenly drop a massive stack of papers. You don't pause to formulate some grand strategic plan, right? You just react. You say, "I'll help you pick those up." The decision was made at the exact second the words left your mouth. It's completely spontaneous. And by the way, this also applies to predictions where you're just throwing a guess out there without any real proof. But what if you're not entirely sure? Sometimes will sounds just a bit too confident for a guess. This is where we can easily inject some uncertainty by adding words like probably, or even replacing will with might. So instead of saying, "I will go to the beach," which honestly sounds like a legally binding promise to your friends, you say, "I'll probably go to the beach." See what that does? It softens it. It gives you a way out. Section 3. Going to for prior intentions. The pre-planned future. Now, this is where things shift. Unlike will, you use going to when the decision has already been made in your head before you even started speaking. It's an intention. If someone asks what you're doing this weekend and you already thought about it yesterday, you don't use will. You say, "I'm going to relax at home." The choice existed before the conversation started. Oh, and it's also used for predictions when the evidence is literally staring you in the face. Like, you look up at pitch black clouds and say, "It's gonna rain." This creates what we can call a millimeter-level contrast in intent. Changing the structure entirely shifts the underlying meaning. In one scenario, you just realize the files are a mess and you offer to help in the moment. I'll help. But in the other, you've already planned your entire afternoon around it. I'm going to organize. Same topic, entirely different level of planning. The context dictates the grammar. Section 4. Present continuous. The 100% confirmed future. Okay, we've reached the absolute highest level of certainty you can have. When your plan evolves from a simple idea into an actual, physical calendar invite with a specific hour and a specific location, you must use the present continuous. Now, I know you usually associate this tense with things happening right this second, like I am speaking. But in English, when we attach a future time to it, it represents a rock-solid, absolutely confirmed arrangement. Just look at how adding the specific time and place absolutely demands a shift in the grammar. Saying, "I'm going to meet the clients" is just an intention. That might happen today, maybe tomorrow, who knows? But listen to the specifics here. At 3 p.m. in room B. Because those logistics are completely locked in, we confidently say, "I am meeting." Section 5. Error clinic. Deconstructing common pitfalls. Let's dive right into this because understanding exactly why something is wrong is incredibly powerful for cementing the rule in your brain. This directly addresses a super common mistake in professional environments, using will for an event that is already locked into your work agenda. You hear this all the time, right? I will have a meeting at 3 p.m. But that's actually incorrect. It should be, I am having a meeting at 3 p.m. To put it simply, your calendar is the enemy of will. Why is that? Because as we established, will is for things you decide on the fly. If you say, I will have a meeting at 3 p.m., grammatically speaking, it sounds to a native speaker like you just randomly decided to summon a meeting into existence right at that exact second. A 3 p.m. meeting has been coordinated. People are invited. It absolutely requires that 100% confirmed structure of the present continuous.
Section 6. Your flow chart, the 3-second mental tool.
Let's wrap this up with a highly practical tool that will help you choose the correct grammar in real time, mid-conversation. Memorize this rapid mental flowchart and you'll never hesitate again. The next time you open your mouth to talk about the future, ask yourself quickly. 1. Did I just decide this right now? If yes, use will. 2. Did I already intend to do this beforehand? If yes, use going to. Or 3. Is this absolutely locked in my calendar with the time and place? If yes, use present continuous. It's incredibly logical and super straightforward.
I leave you with that question. Grammar is so much more than just rules on a page. It is a tool to express your exact intent and your exact reality to the people around you. So, I challenge you. Apply this 3-second rule in your very next English conversation. Pay close attention to how you plan your upcoming work week or your summer holiday, and just watch your confidence soar as you effortlessly select the perfect future form.